Okay, let's go do some fun things. Let's do some exploring. Have to equip the camera. Just standing. I need another picture of them doing something. Where if I hit it? Nope. Ow.
Give me some space.
I don't want to hurt those guys. This one's eating. I mean, do they do other things? Oh, look at the baby.
Excuse me.
Leave it all to me.
Can't see. Way ahead. One with the forest. Excuse me.
I must leave no stone unturned.
Pyro sigil. Oh, there was different trees here. I'm trying to get the crystal. There is a Pyrocula somewhere. There it is. No! It didn't mark where I found that one. Brown deer. Oh, there's another one up here. That guy exploded. These unstable crystals are created when it's converted to a solid state. They will explode if someone gets too close to them, or if they are attacked. Some of these crystals are hidden deep underground, and only the children of echoes and ground boring can sense their location. Oh, I can't get that. I did nothing for that to happen. Your friend did that too.
No stone unturned.
Oops. I just want to see something different would happen. So here we found one.
Keep up. Way ahead of you.
Leave it all to me.
Can't see?
Out of the way or get blown away!
Let's light it up. That's gonna hurt in the morning. Off we go. Yeah.
Excuse me?
Someone needs assistance.
Oops.
All in a day's work.
Okay, and you must break engraved stone pillars and collect the inscription's power stored within to repair the iridescent inscriptions and cause the floating solid nail to plunge back into the ground. The more you collect, the more you further the iridescent inscription's repairs. However, the dark power trapped beneath these solid nails will oppose the inscription's repair. Collect enough power to complete the repairs before the darkness overwhelms the entire process. The conflict between the inscription and the darkness is so fierce that it can change the terrain, even producing unstable crystals that will explode if you are nearby, so stay vigilant. Oh, wait.
Leave no stone unturned. Yep. Let's light it up.
Way ahead of you.
Did we do it? Well, I thought I'd come over to check the fighting noises I'd heard. Telling myself, come on, T2, it's probably nothing, but this is quite something indeed. There's even a little telepathosaurus here. Was it you who brought these outlanders here? Was it you who brought the shadow pin down? Wait, did we do something bad? If we act fast, while there's only one witness, hey, come on, no need for that, it's not serious. And if anything, I'd say you've done us a favor, so you're Lilac then. Who's your friend over there? Butter. And my name is Titu, a teller of tales of our tribe. I'm also responsible for caring for the stone pillars in this valley. And of course, this shadow pen you plunged into the earth is one of the 3 little pens, and its care is within my jurisdiction. Uh-oh, it looks like we're going to have to compensate the locals for dropping that stone pillar. Pinman wouldn't have used our real names if she'd known sooner. Compensate. Titu had a flash of inspiration. Perhaps he might use this to coerce these people into helping him achieve his goals. That's how I'd thought a bit into this plot, anyway. Sorry, got a bit carried away thinking about stories there. Telling tales is my responsibility here in the tribe, and after so many years, it's time for me to come up with some originals. And of course, something just had to go wrong with the shadow pin just as I was a few days into my musings. Because why would it ever rain when it could pour? Anyway, I'm not going to blackmail you. I mean, I wouldn't have spoken my thoughts aloud if that was the case, right? Look, we exchanged names, but we haven't come to blows, so that makes us friends, yes? In that case, could you listen to a friend's request? Surely not. How should I put this? When you passed through the valley, did you see some sort of giant block of solid with golden patterns carved into it? In the center of this place, you can't miss it. The whole business I'm talking about has to do with that huge yellow stone pillar. A huge, the word yellow isn't even there. We call it a shadow pin, and we've had problems with it recently. To be honest, I'd all but given up before meeting you. I had the line all ready. The shadow pins could not be saved, dooming the tribe to calamitous destruction. It sounded too bad. Wait, it's just a stone pillar. How could it destroy the tribe? Also, what's so special about these shadow pins anyway? And the one we dropped, it was a lesser pin, but it seemed pretty big to Pinman, so what's that called? Since you're both outlanders, I suppose a more detailed explanation is in order. This is related to a legend, handed down through our tribe. The stories say that the Wyoming hung the pins here to seal the shadow of the volcano lord. But that which is sealed beneath them is, in truth, the abyss. That's how most tales in Natlan are. They're embellished narratives, held up as warnings, and all their rhetoric is kind of a metaphor. Wait, so you mean the abyss is actually sealed below here? That's right, and recently, 2 out of 3 of the little shadow pins have floated upward. Perhaps if the 3rd floats too, all the evil beneath the earth will come surging up like a tide. So to be honest, it's an unexpected boon that you've managed to push one back in, so no compensation required. If anything, I was hoping to ask if you'd mind pushing the other one back in as well. What do you think? Oh, Butter's ready to go fight too. Even you're up for it, Butter? Well, alright then. Like a flame that appears in the darkness, so too will the heroes rise up in times of great peril. Human possibility shines through in glory at moments such as this. You know what? This could make for a great story too. Indeed, Lilac. You've got some traits that even those heroes don't have. I'm looking forward to this, I must say. Let's go then, dear heroes. Let's go and check on the last floating pin. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna go explore. What's that? Oh. Oh,
It's a monster! No dice? Yeah, I'll get you next time.
the little guy found one. A lot of these flowers. Okay, found one here.
Come
Excuse me.
on, show me your courage. Stick around.
Hey. Oh. Oh my goodness. Okay.
Stick around.
Here's some space.
Out of the way.
Steady
Get
as stone.
blown away.
Oh, they dropped fangs.
Hey, check this out. See anything you like?
Where am I supposed to give the pyro sigils to? Okay, found one here.
Yeah. Can't see? Right.
Forget it.
I must leave no stone unturned.
Excuse me? Yeah.
Someone needs assistance.
Okay, hold on. I want that. Oh, there it is. Is that a Heliotron? One of those flying ones? Hopes.
Steady as stone.
One with the force.
I missed.
Can't see?
You didn't leave anything. No drops. There we go. That's the second lesser shadow pin. The seals around this pin have been damaged far more than the first. Even the iridescent inscription has been pushed outside the pillar. So, that's what you call the shiny golden thing? That's right. There should have been something similar to the pin you pushed back into the ground earlier. Ancient legends tell that before the idea of Natlan was even born, when this land was ruled by the ancient dragons, the language by which they wielded these days, none understand the meaning hidden in these lights. Only the golden engravings scattered across Natlan remain to mark the trail of those ancient dragons. Wait, so you know how to work it? But not how it works. We cannot decipher the meaning of the inscriptions. But the ways we use the phylogistm are the same, so we do understand it on that level. Let me try to explain. So, Liua has those mysterious adeptal mechanisms, yes? And while humans don't know how the principles underlying their function, they can still make use of them. That's more or less what I'm talking about, despite the imperfect analogy. So as to say, we'll need the shiny iridescent inscription to push the pin back down, right? Correct. Think of the inscription as an eggshell that has been shattered by the expanding abyss. We'll need to find the broken shards and fix the shell. Only then can the abyss within be sealed away. That's a better analogy, at least. Pinman thinks so too, now she gets it. Speaking of which, the golden patterns flew over, just like before, but the inscription hasn't appeared underneath the pillar. Why is that? That indicates that not only has the inscription been squeezed out, but it's also become fragmented. This is bad. We need to find any scattered bits, and fast. So where do we find them? I don't know either. Oh. They should be held down by some power despite being scattered. So my guess is that they'd be nearby. Maybe we just need to look around. You want to go over? We're doing something important right now. We'll play with you later. Alright? Oh, Butter wants to play now. Do you mean that the inscription is over there? Oh, wow. I've heard that even now there are still Saurians who can sense an inscription's power, but I always thought it was hearsay. Could it be true? I suppose you really are no ordinary telepathosaurus, Butter. So, you can do that too. You got some way to go before you can be as good as a guide as Paimon. Well, that's true, but don't let it go to your head now. The little guy didn't catch all that. If only he was a little smarter. Precisely. Those in the tribe responsible for the Saurians' care always say that it takes time to truly establish a rapport with them. The secret to success is as follows. Exercise patience, and constantly communicate. The humans wish to understand the Saurians, or the Saurians humans. They both need lots and lots of time. True, just like Paimon didn't get what Butter was trying to tell us just now either. Sorry, Butter. You're quick to reply, though. Paimon will give you that. Alright, we'll follow you and see if we can find any golden patterns. I need a key for that.
I must leave no stone unturned.
Excuse me?
I think we can forego the lost and found report. Keep up.
Oh, hi.
And shroud. Keep up. Can't see?
Yeah, this place is empty. Better. Okay, there you are. Dig downwards. Surely the iridescent is. Oh. Oh. Can I die? Hmm.
Excuse me? Ooh, Can't see?
Kukui.
Steady as stone.
And shroud! Yeah.
Ooh, wonderful.
Ooh. Oh, It floated away. Surely the eggshell should be complete now. Well, the iridescent inscription should be mended now. Let's head down and take a look. I don't want to go with it just yet. Where is the... There it is. Okay then, do I have to be a dinosaur? Nice. Oh. We did it. The two shadow pins have been plunged back into the earth. Nice work. I'd clap my hands till they fell off if I could. But then, I couldn't write another story, so forgive me for not doing so. Still, I assure you, in my heart, not but bones remain attached to the wrist. Yeah, this is getting kind of creepy. Really? And here I thought that kids these days like their stories with a dash of darkness. Watching the shadow pin burrow back into the ground really takes a load off my soul. Long-standing tradition dictates that we now only need to check the third lesser shadow pin and the greater shadow pin. And we can call this a job well done. This successfully busted. not to return for a good long time. The rest of this trip should be quite safe, so feel free to come along and chat with me. I'd like to know the heroes I'm inscribing into our tribe's stories better, you know? In that case, you've got something like this. The mighty Paimon was as tall as a mountain. Oh. Hey, what do you mean that by that, little guy? You want to be as tall as 3 mountains? Oh. Sure, in that case, my brave warriors, Paimon as tall as a mountain. Lilac with a statue of 2 and Butter who has the bulk of 3. Would you kindly come with me, T2? The poor little human-sized dwarf? to check on that little... the poor little human-sized dwarf. Why did he call himself that? Oops. Did I get it? There's another one. Wonderful, it's solid, as if it was grown from the very soil, more robust than the roots of the great mother tree that grows beneath the scions of Canopy Mountain cliffs. Now I can head back and take up my shift in peace. One of the 3 lesser shadow pins, the most reliable you remained. If I should even pen a tale about the pins transforming into lovely tribeswomen, this shall be the loveliest of them all. So, you were the one interested in stone pillars all along? Hey, that's ignorant speaking. Here in Natlan, we believe that pure spirit and intelligence dwell within all things. For us, things take on human form in most traditional theme. For example, a tale of the beech tree's shadow had transformed into a young woman and a young flower-feathered clan tribesman who fell from the sky. Or the story of a man who was a human by day but would morph into a saurian under the moonlight at night. There are many ways such tales are told, but they're all variations on the same theme I spoke of. Well, is what a lot of stories say. That much I'll swear to one as who tells or whatever. Wait, well, about the Shadow Pin story then. There's no real shadow of the Volcano Lord, is there? And if the shadow is the Abyss, then what's a pin? What is it in a pin, really? Oh, you're a lot sharper than I thought, little Paimon. Let's see. Where should I start? It's such a story. Long ago, the mountain range where the children of echoes made their home was not as it is today. It was a normal, more complete. It was more normal, more complete, more lovely. Everything changed when the Karian catastrophe struck. The Karian catastrophe? Indeed, Natlan's ley lines were always special and somewhat delicate, and so this calamity brought utter devastation. They say that the Night Kingdom was severely damaged in that disaster, and the totem pole's light grew dim. The whale could not hear the tribe's cries. And up on land, a dark tide of disaster blazed toward the mountain range, brought by two Conrian soldiers. It was they who were the source of the troubles. Conrian soldiers? That's right. At the time, the tribe's leader had gone forth to the lone island in the west to resist the the giant beasts. Elder Treora had no choice but to contend with the abyss and the two abject Conrians. Finally, the tribe's warriors and saurians, exhausting their spirit, flesh, and blood, found a way to use the iridescent inscription, fashioning giant stone nails out of the solid and Elder Traor was first to leap into the dark pit, crying, "If the abyss should ensnare death, let us flip the script. With death and sacrifice we shall ensnare the abyss." The brave warriors followed him, and after much sacrifice, the abyss was at last sealed beneath the earth. This is the true tale of the past. Even the children of echoes who excavate solid phlogiston and gems for a living know that the phlogiston around the stone nails remains untouched. So that's the story. That happened 5 centuries ago, and yet you made it sound like it was something you saw yourself. That's a storyteller's duty. I love my work, and among the tales I tell, I love the stories of these heroes the most. I'm not a nimble fellow, nor am I the best fighter. If anything, I'm the furthest thing from a hero. But when I tell their stories, I feel like I'm right there, traveling, adventuring, and fighting alongside them. I feel them smile upon me, egging me on as if I'm standing in the shadows of the bonfires, listening to me as they would a friend bragging of their exploits. And perhaps that is how I fight alongside them, by ensuring that their stories will be passed down and remembered from generation to generation. Wait a second. So, what does that elder story have to do with the Volcano Lord? And why do shadow pins have that name? Still thinking about that. It's simple. It's just a little play on words commonly done in many stories. It's called the shadow pin because it pins shadows. Easy, right? Wow, the two of you made the same noise. That's not where Paimon thought this was going. The ground is shaking. Well, my joke wasn't that disastrous. It's the big shadow pin. That's where the tremors are coming from. Something's wrong. Come on, we need to get back there. Why did this? We drove all 3 lesser pins into the ground, but the abyss influence is getting stronger. That's impossible. The woven scroll stories clearly state that things our experiences do not prepare us for do sometimes happen for things or whatever. It's more accurate to say that accidents happen so often that even Paimon stopped being surprised. Could it be that some change has overtaken the abyss surging within the ley lines, causing its resistance to grow stronger? Either way, it feels like something terrible is happening down there. Why don't we try getting a closer look? Oh, there he goes. Please do.